Welcome to the Players Club, presented by Bluff City NIL and Coaching for Literacy. Join host Christian Fowler each week as he sits down with players from your hometown school. Now, let's hit the club and get this party started.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the Players Club out here at Let It Fly in Germantown. This week, I got with me Jalen Allen, DJ Bell, Marcelo Bussy. I almost pronounced it wrong, so I had to get it right for you. And Josh White. Guys, what's up? How y'all doing?
Good.
Doing good.
Good.
Doing good. Let's quickly, I guess we can spend as much time as y'all want on it, but if y'all want to go quickly on it, we can. Let's talk about this last week's game. Just talking to the guys last week, I know how important it was. I know what the feeling in the locker room was like. You know, this team was the team that won the conference championship last year. It's what you guys still strive to do this season. So I know what that game meant. So just walk me through it a little bit. Like, what was the feeling after the game?
Feeling after the game, was of course just hurt. Coming into the game, from a defense standpoint, we just had a big revenge theme and a big revenge thing. So we were ready to come out. I just felt we came out flat and not really came out flat, but wasn't really executing our jobs the best that we should. So just come back on that game. We're going to see them again. Revenge not over with. We took a step back right there. So
Marcelo, offensively, it was kind of an up and down, back and forth. Like you start out 10-0, 3 straight touchdowns, and then it kind of goes flat from there. Every week that we've had guys on, it's been talking about the consistency of the offense and just finding that rhythm. How difficult was it to get in that flow this week?
I feel like this week we had a big emphasis on trying to work on the consistency, like you said. We know what weapons we got and we know what we can do. We see it every week in practice, doing it in the games, but the biggest problem has just been getting it to hit every time. And I feel like this game we made some strides towards it, but honestly, we're just focused on making it happen this week, to be honest, in practice, day by day.
So defensively, for my 3 defensive guys, what is the feeling heading into this week's game? Going back on the road, UAB, another conference game, what's the feeling in the defensive meetings and locker room heading into this week's game?
You want to answer that, Josh?
Yeah, first, correcting our mistakes from last week. When you prepare so much and it don't come out how you want it to, that's just life. You just got to keep going and fighting. So this week we coming in aggressive, ready to play, make less mistakes. The team that makes less mistakes wins the game.
Execute, man.
Thanks.
And let's say, DJ, for the secondary, what do you think?
I think the same thing, just like Josh said, executing on our mistakes, being crisp with everything, just knowing when we got to be in our zone drops. Just, make sure everything executed and crisp. I feel like the biggest team that make the less mistakes is going to come out successful.
So for all of you guys, the only 2 losses this year, top 25 teams now, I think Tulane was 23, I think Missouri's 20. Obviously very close games that you guys could have won or were leading at some point in those games. So we all know that y'all are a good team. Like there's no debate about that. Memphis is a good team. This is probably the best team under Silverfield era. Jalen, you can probably attest to that. I'm not gonna make you say it, but
I definitely was. I'm glad you caught me.
So what does this team look like when y'all are able to put it together offensively, defensively, consistently? Like, how good can this team be moving forward?
There it is. I think this team, has the most potential in the world. And, before every game, I tell people and I tell the team, let this be the game where we hit on all levels. Yep. Let's see how dominant we can be when we hit on all levels. Because I feel like I still haven't had a game, even wins or losses, where we hit on all levels. Sure. So I feel like once we lock in and we, like they just said, execute better, just not from a defensive level, but just from defense, special teams, offense, all hitting together, it's going to be beautiful. I can't wait for that moment. So we're still waiting for it. We're still striving toward it. But once we do it, the whole world going to know.
Anybody else, any thoughts on that? Just how good this team can be when everything's hidden?
I feel like we know it's a special team. Our coach has been telling us since we got together in the winter, honestly, that we got all the weapons to do what we want if we just put it together. So, like I was saying earlier, the biggest focus has just been being as consistent as possible and trying to stop making those mental mistakes and shoot ourselves in the foot.
DJ, Josh, you got anything?
They say everything.
They said you think they hit on everything.
I agree with Cello. Just the little things.
So with 4 road games coming up, 4 of the last 6 games, road games. What are the home? I think it's SMU and
Go Texas.
Nah,
At
no
home?
Texas. We in no Texas.
Okay.
yeah, it's not Charlotte either. I don't think we're missing somebody. No, Temple's
Temple's
in
at
Temple's in
Temple.
Philly. There's somebody else. It's UAB, North Texas, Charlotte, South Florida. Yeah, that's it. That's it. South Florida and SMU at home. How do you go about, especially like veteran guys like Jalen, getting some of the younger guys, getting some of the newer guys into the fold on it? Like, how do you prepare for this stretch where it's 4 road games, 2 home games? I know it's 1 game at a time, but at the same time, it's more difficult going on the road. It's different going on the road. How do you adjust? How do you get guys ready for that stretch?
Just like you said, it's 1 game at a time. Some of our games when we were away have been some of our better games. You know, like DJ Bell, for example, he caught a pick 6 at Arkansas State.
Yeah.
So I feel like when we go away, we also embrace that we cross the enemy lines type of mentality and type of just coming into that game. So coming in the away games, I personally love them, but I just feel like taking it day by day, knowing the situation, knowing what we're finna go into early, be great. But just taking it game by game, play by play, day by day.
DJ, I want to talk to you for a second. Being a first-year starter, in this scenario, what has your preparation been like? I know we're going to talk a little bit about your story later, but just your preparation in this first year as a starter, what's it been like for you?
It's been a hard preparation, just knowing that you're kind of the last line of defense of the DB, so it's real critical to make errors. If you make errors, of course, everybody gonna see them. So I feel like a lot of that have to do with trust. So I've been trying to earn the trust of coaches and show the coaches, that I can do it, stay in my playbook, and watch some more film.
So, Marcelo, for you, talk to me about the receivers a little bit. There was a lot of questions coming into the year about playmakers, who was going to step up, a lot of new faces. What did you see in the offseason and now that we're in the season, just in the receiver room in general?
I feel like the big thing in our receiver room is our depth. I feel like we're pretty deep in each position, outside, slot, and we showed it all throughout practice, spring ball, fall camp, just across the board, all the receivers making plays. And I feel like we knew that going into the season, that depth was going to help us because we could, like DJ said, they last line of defense, so we taxing the DBs, and then we could just switch someone in. They're going to do the same thing. So.
Yeah, and Josh, similar for you, a lot of new faces in the D-line room. Obviously, you got some veteran guys returning that you're familiar with, but a lot of new faces as well. What have you thought about the D-line up to this point in the
I
season?
feel like up to the D-line, we have talent all across the board. Everybody know what they're supposed to do. We just have to stay consistent. We got to affect the quarterback, stop the run. We just got to do what we got to do to win the game and help the team win the game.
All right, we are going to take a quick break. You can see some of our other shows over at Bluff City Media, and on the other side, we're going to talk about these guys, how they got here, and their journey to this point.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student-athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student-athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
There's also been some, conjecture around there about what does this mean for Penny? And I am so tired of that conversation, Christian.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Bro, what did he just do this offseason?
Right. Yeah, it's never enough. I mean, Jordan Brown, Javon Quinterly, and Nick Jourdain, a lot of guys, Jaquan
Walton.
Like, come on. Aren't all Memphis fans tired of freshmen anyway? I know I would. I mean, if I was a Memphis fan, I would be. Just
Let me
as
tell
someone
you
who covers the team, I am all on team old dudes. Like, just keep bringing in transfers.
Unless you tell me this kid is going to be the next LeBron James, or unless you tell me this kid is that highly rated, that highly ranked, like off the rip, day one is the best player on the team, I don't care, man. If a kid chooses Memphis, if a kid doesn't, it doesn't bother me.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
We teased about what's going to happen with John, the suspension. I don't know if he's going to be wearing a big mustache and change his name to, Ha Miranda or something. I don't know what they're going to do. But I think they're playing with us. You talk to Taylor Jenkins, he's like, oh, we don't really know. Dude, you know whether John Morant is going to be in practice or not.
And we've known about this suspension now for a substantial period of time.
I am a Grizz conspiracy theorist, as you all know.
Yes.
And this is what I think has happened. I think they're lying. All right.
Anthony Sain's conspiracy theories do not reflect my efforts.
I'm just going to throw this off
Warning.
of you. But I think that the league has told him he can practice, he can go to camp, but he has to be zero visibility. So that's actually the same theories. Those are not the thoughts of Jessica Benson.
Sure.
Even if she was nodding her head, that was just out of courtesy. That wasn't that she
Just
agreed.
being polite.
Right, exactly. So,
I'm your guest.
all right, something else they lied to us about. Steven Adams.
God.
Tune in to The Anthony Sain Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Shout out to freaking Gillis for
shout out to Tanner Gillis, dude.
Stepping in and looking like a kicker.
Was that not the weirdest tweet ever?
I don't want to even. It's disgusting. How do both of your scholarship kickers the first tweet I saw didn't say anything about injury, so I was like, it is the stomach bug. The Willis household has it. He was hanging out.
That's right.
With Seth and Tristan.
Yeah, we all went to Firehouse.
They must have been roommates in St. Louis. They got boo-boo bottom and they can't play. And then somebody said they were injured, and I'm like, okay, what the hell's going on? Did they get hurt at Topgolf, trying to outdrive each other?
I had no clue how your kicker gets hurt. Not one.
Not just
them.
one,
both. Yeah,
both.
But
In
for
the same
both of
week.
them,
Something's fishy.
he said that he knew that they were hurt, but they were kind of day to day, so I didn't want to say anything about it.
I mean, were they riding somewhere together and were in a minor car accident?
Tandem bikes?
Yeah, I don't know.
On a tandem bike and fell over.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Everybody, welcome back. And now we get to hear about all these guys. We're going to start, obviously, with Jalen Allen because we know how much he can talk. So, Jalen, talk to me about your journey, how you got here.
Okay, well, I'm going to definitely try to, break it down some because we done heard the whole journey. But hour and 15 minutes. So, not today. Will be 10 seconds. Okay, so if you don't know me, I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm right on the outskirts of a little town called Humble. Played football since I was 10-ish. Was pretty good. Didn't really have a lot of looks until my last couple of years of high school, which was nice. No complaints. Everybody have different journeys. Came in with Norville in 2018. Didn't play much at all. Over these past couple of years, I just been building my name for myself. 2020, I had my shot. I definitely took it off and took everything that came with it. And 3 years later, it's 2023. I'm here, leading the guys and trying to build into another winning season like 2018, 2019. So that's pretty much it.
You can talk a little bit
Oh,
more than that. I know you guys are pretty interested about how we came on campus.
Yeah.
When you first got to campus and that journey.
When I first got to Memphis, I was a blue shirt. A lot of people don't know what that is. That just means that they're taking a scholarship from the past, from the next year, but you have to earn that scholarship. So I came in 2018, and I didn't know if it was going to be a scholarship or not. So I was working out, extra hard. Guys working out regular. I'm working out to get in a team. So we were working out for two different reasons. Yeah. So I was working out, and I stayed with PT, Patrick Taylor. Shout out Patrick Taylor. I laid on his floor with him, Court Fairman, Kalen Harden, and another guy. It was just us four. But I just remember, man, those summers, I still remember like it was yesterday, all of them had dogs. And I would work out later than them. So the dogs would all come lay with me in the bed because my bed was on the floor. So every morning it was just me and 3 big dogs every morning, every summer. Then fall camp came around and Norvell said I was on the team. And I was astounded, finally got to embrace the freshmen, met great people like Kenny G, Jeremy Tate, a lot of great guys. Bryce Huff was one of my closest guys, growing up. So it was definitely a journey, and I don't regret any step, and I'm glad it happened that way. So.
All right, DJ, you're on deck.
I'm gonna start. I'm from Pensacola, Florida. I started playing football probably like around I was like 10. I was playing probably like 6, 7. I was playing for a little minute, so I realized I was good at it. So I just kept playing football. So around I got in high school, I didn't really have no offers until I played both sides of the ball, but I played receiver mostly. But my 10th grade year, I got moved to DB.
He couldn't catch.
Don't do that. But yeah, I got moved to DB, and then that's when the COVID year had came. So I was like, I just got to get the best at DB I can, so I can. I had a trainer. Shout out Coach JJ. Coach JJ got me right every day in the COVID off season. We was working out, summer, winter, cold. We up early in the morning, even on the weekends. But yeah, we was getting in all the time, working out. So I feel like after that year, so it came up my junior year, I had a breakout year. I started getting my offers and stuff. So senior year, I had already committed to Memphis. I had already made my mind up that I was going to come to Memphis. So after that, I came to Memphis. I sat my first year. I felt like it was just a learning process. Everything happened for a reason. So, I mean, that's all I really got to say about that. I don't know. That's it.
Marcelo, you're only JUCO guy, so tell us how you got here. I know that's a different level of grind. Talk to a lot of JUCO guys. I know that's not easy.
For sure. Well, I'm from Lyon, Oklahoma originally. I moved around a lot because my dad in the military. But I say I've been playing football my whole life, but probably started taking it more serious during high school, like junior-ish year, when COVID and stuff happened. My brother, he played football, and I had just grown up watching him, and then I got to spend that whole little COVID break we had with him just working out football, and then I started deciding to just take it serious. So I had a decent high school little career, but I didn't have too much coming out of high school, so I took the JUCO route, and it was a grind. But luckily, I got to go to one of the better JUCOs, and we won a lot of games. And I met a lot of good people there. Coach Cook, he got me right, taught me a lot of what I know. And out of JUCO, I had got Memphis around when we had our natty, and I just knew it was the right spot for me, so I just came here. And then Coach Smith came, and it's just been a blessing.
Gotcha, Josh. All right, take us home.
All right, so I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. I started playing football when I was 6. And ever since then, I just started loving football. Growing up in the neighborhood playing throw 'em up, bust 'em up. If y'all don't know what it is, you throw the ball up. Whoever get it, get tackled by everybody out there. So, yeah, I came in highly recruited. Everybody don't know I tore my ACL second game my senior year. So, my first year here, I sat down trying to get back right. Everybody don't know I even switched the offensive line last year. And it's crazy. So then this upcoming spring, I came in, had a great spring. My leg got back up under me, got used back playing football. And, it's been a movie ever since. Now I'm here.
Thanks.
All right. Nobody else got anything to add on that? Nobody wants to go a little deeper on that? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Jalen's smiling at me like he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it for sure.
I got stories.
I know. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys for joining us. Obviously, appreciate you guys for jumping on, talking to us, letting people learn a little bit more about you. Big shout out to Bluff City NIL and Coaching for Literacy for presenting this, and we will see you guys back here next week.
Nice.
Bluff City Media and Bluff City NIL are proud partners of Coaching for Literacy, a Memphis nonprofit using the power of sports to impact childhood literacy. When you donate to Bluff City NIL through Coaching for Literacy, your gift is 100% tax deductible. This partnership is a win-win-win. Tiger student athletes win in the NIL landscape. Coaching for Literacy wins by engaging Tiger student athletes in this monumental cause. And most importantly, elementary students in Memphis receive support to become strong readers. To donate today, visit coachingforliteracy.org/bluff-city.
There is a big game coming up on Friday night against Tulane. Obviously has huge implications for the American, for the AAC championship game, for potential New Year's Six Bowl. Like, this is the game of the year. This team is not Tulane of last year. Yes, they're a good football team, but without a guy like Tajay Spears, who scored his first touchdown in the NFL on Sunday and is basically splitting snaps with Derrick Henry for the Tennessee Titans right now, like, Tulane is not the same team without him. They're still good. I'm not saying they're not good.
Yeah.
But they're much more beatable than they were last year. They were extremely, extremely good. That was a very good team. They lost a lot of really good players from that team, and now you have this game, which ultimately could decide the American, depending on what happens the rest of the year.
Tune in to On the Bluff with Christian Fowler and Gabe Kuhn every Tuesday at 12 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
But looking back on it, I think Seth has to be better. I think play calling needs to be better. I think that
At times,
sure. It
feels
a lot of it
like-
is RPO, so it looks one way. It looks like we're just handing it off left and right. But that's not really what it is.
the offense can't get into any sort of like they go through these periods where they look great, they're moving the ball, they can put points up, and then they just like 3 and out or 4 plays, 10 yards, and have to punt. Like
that was kind of surprising.
Rock looks like what we've hoped he would look like.
Yeah,
he and Blake need to be your offense moving forward.
I am going to disagree there, only because we have more weapons. Where's Blake Humsey? Where's Demir? It feels like the offense has been handcuffed.
Stop using the run to try to set up the pass.
It can be, you can flip that.
Throw the ball down the field and it'll open the run up.
Spread it, open it up, spread the ball around. That will open up the box. Let Blake be Blake.
Tune in to Tigers Untapped with TJ Willis and Trey Lasley every Wednesday at 3 p.m. on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
The stuff that they do typically is a segue to get people to change clothes, right?
Yeah.
And I thought that the 3-point stuff was a segue to get the musical guests on there, with the musical guests buying time to have a scrimmage at the end to get everybody, guys and girls, to scrimmage.
Right.
The scrimmaging never happened. I was like, wait, they're not effing scrimmaging, bro?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing? Like, how's the highlight weirdo 3-point contest and whatever this other thing was, and ugly slam contest? I'm like, slam dunk contest. Like, bro, what? Like, why was there no scrimmage? Like, I've seen every Memphis Madness event in my life. I've seen all of them. I remember the one they had.
Been to the majority of them.
I've been to the majority. I remember the joint at the Coliseum.
Right.
I remember staying up till midnight to watch Midnight Match. I've seen all of them.
Right.
But the best part has always been that opportunity to see the guys get up and down the court.
Tune in to the Anthony Sane Show Wednesdays and Fridays at 12 p.m. weekly on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.